In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can play some easy piano chords by ear in just minutes. So for those who may not be familiar with how the keyboard works in terms of the names, I'm going to go over those really quickly, and I'm going to go right into some easy chords that you can use as a songwriter or producer for your next project. So C is usually the first letter that we learn on the piano, and C is always going to be in the same spot. So if you notice, the black keys are in groups of 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, etc., etc. C is the white key that is always going to be on the left side of the two black keys. So if you see any two black keys by themselves, this is going to be C right here. Same thing with these two black keys. You have this white key here, which is also C, and so on and so forth. So as you go to the right, the keys go higher in tone. As you go to the left, the keys go lower in tone. So here, if we know where C is, we can use C as a reference point if we're just learning how to play the piano. So we have C, the next key over, just like the alphabet, is D. After D, it's E. After E, it's F. After F, it's G. And then what happens after G is the next key is going to be A, like the beginning of the alphabet. After A, it's B, and then after B is going to be C. And then the alphabet just resets over again. So D, E, F, G, A, B. So it's really just C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. In case you were thinking about if piano was complicated in terms of trying to memorize all these keys, it's really just the same 7 keys that repeat themselves over again. And the same thing with the black keys. There's only 5 black keys that repeat themselves. I'll go over slightly the black keys as I go over my examples. So when we talk about playing chords by ear, we have to understand what we're listening for. Now, usually we have different types of chords like the major, minor, diminished, augmented, half diminished. It kind of gets a little crazy, but I'm going to go over 2 very simple types of chords, 3-note chords, even more specifically, that are going to be major and minor. So this is the easiest way for you to understand the difference between a major and a minor chord. Major sounds happy. Minor sounds sad. Anything regarding major or minor, whether it's a song in a major key or a minor key, a major or a minor scale, major or minor chord, it's really from an ear standpoint referring to whether it sounds happy or sad. So if I was to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in a major key, but if I were to play it in a minor key, so how do we structure these chords, the major and minor chord, to be able to play in any key that we want? The major and minor triads, which are 3-note chords, and ignore my use of fingers here because this is actually not the way you're supposed to play. I'm just showing you how to build the chord in terms of listening by ear. But if you want the correct way to play it, if you're using your right hand, for example, you would use your thumb for the bottom note, your middle finger for the middle note, and the pinky for the top note. Right? Now, here's how you would build a major triad. If you were to start with this key here, let's say if you wanted to build a C major triad, we start with C, and what we're going to do is we're going to count 4 keys first, then we will count 3 keys. Here's how that looks from C, and this also includes the black keys as well. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we count 4 keys to get to the first key to the next key of the chord of the triad, and then from that second key in the triad, we're going to count an additional 3 keys to get to the final key of the triad. 1, 2, 3. So if you start with a key and then you count 4 keys to get to the next key and then 3 keys to get to the next key, you're always going to get a major triad. So again, from C, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Major, happy. This can be applied to any other key. So for example, if I wanted to build an A major triad, we start with A, and then we use that same calculation, 4, 3. So this is how it will look. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from there, 1, 2, 3. And now we have an A major triad. Still sounds happy, but just in a different key. So you can apply this to any of the keys. If you apply the 4 and 3, you're always going to get a major triad. What about the minor triad? Sounds a little sad, right? So how do we build a minor triad? The numbers are the reverse from the major triad. So just as you would use 4 and 3 to build a major triad, you would use 3 and 4 to build a minor triad. So let's go back to the C example. We start with C. If you wanted to build a C minor triad, we would start with C. And then this time you would count 1, 2, 3. And then from there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have a minor triad. What if I wanted to build a B minor triad? I would start with B, then I count 3, and then 4. So from B, I go 1, 2, 3. And then from here, I go 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I have a B minor triad. And in case you're wondering, it doesn't really matter what color the notes are, because a lot of people ask, oh, is it, if you have a certain color coordination, does that build a type of triad? The answer is no, because guess what? Just like I can have all white keys for a major triad, I can have all black keys for a major triad. And just like I could have all black keys for a minor triad, I could also have all white keys for a minor triad. So it doesn't matter what key, or it doesn't matter what color the keys are, it's really about that calculation that you can use to get in the door. So the major triad you can apply to all 12 keys, and you basically be building 12 different major triads. And then if you were to apply the 3-4 calculation to build a minor triad, you can do the same exact thing. You can build a minor triad using any of the 12 keys as starting points. And now you basically just learned, or you have the blueprint for playing your first essentially 24 different chords, and use this as a way to start building your ear when it comes to hearing the difference between a major triad and a minor triad. And I promise that will help you basically get those chords and notes and things out of your head and onto the piano to be able to structure your songs, your beats, or if you're learning another song or a beat, those would be great reference points. So thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.